All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Wall Street Hodl, where we break down major projects and news in the digital asset space, as well as the technology that is changing the traditional finance market. I'm glad all of you are here. Today is going to be another amazing episode. I'm just going to be honest. It's going to be a fantastic episode because today we're going to be talking about Polytrade. We'll be diving deep on what Polytrade is, give you background on the team, as well as how people are constantly using the platform in today's day and age. And finally, we're going to have some closing thoughts because why not? But before we get into it, if you enjoy the content today, please feel free to give it a like and subscribe because the more people we have, the more people we can inform and the bigger we can grow our team. All right, let's get on to the video. All right, so what is Polytrade? Polytrade is a blockchain-based platform that provides liquidity to illiquid real-world assets and aims to be the OpenSea for RWA tokens. If any of you don't know, OpenSea is the most used NFT open source platform where you can buy a bunch of NFTs in real time. The Polytrade marketplace offers users the following abilities. 1, to put up collateral to receive easy access to liquidity. 2, allows lenders to provide liquidity to lending pools and earn interest. And 3, you can buy and sell fractionalized ownership in assets that were previously inaccessible by the everyday investors. So that can include, real estate or luxury watches. Polytrade is multi-chain and uses the ERC 6960 token standard. This revolutionary token standard has liberated the real-world asset sector by opening the space to fractionalized ownership. So previous token standards like ERC20, which is great for trading fungible assets, or ERC 721, which is great for unique assets like NFTs, lacked the capabilities for fractionalized ownership and would require an investor to buy the entire real-world asset. With ERC 6960, however, this democratizes the real-world asset space by allowing individuals to buy fractional ownership in items that were previously out of reach. So, for example, like real estate, luxury watches, like I mentioned before, but also with classic cars and art, specifically like modern art that goes for a lot of money. Now we're going to be diving into how this platform truly works. So Polytrade utilizes smart contracts to control and execute tokens that are backed by an underlying real-world asset. And the contract between the buyer and seller is embedded into code. Since the blockchain is public and immutable, all transactions are completely transparent, which is really nice to know. Now we're going to be breaking down the platform function. One of the things that is mainly used for Polytrade is lending and borrowing. With Polytrade, the asset is converted into an NFT and added to a lending pool. This allows an individual or institution to borrow from that lending pool and get instant liquidity for their asset. Another thing is that lenders, on the other hand, receive interest and trade tokens for adding liquidity to the pool for the specified asset. As a lender, you can review the NFT being used as collateral in the lending pool, and all the legal documentation for the asset is incorporated into the NFT. The other feature of Polytrade, besides the straightforward borrowing and lending of money, is that it provides a secondary market to trading the real-world asset tokens. This means you can shift in and out of assets by exchanging them in the marketplace, selling out your real estate tokens to go and buy ownership in a collectible or a collection, for instance. Another thing is trade tokens and what it's used for. Trade tokens are a key component of the Polytrade platform. This token will be used for things like governance, so users can vote on proposals to improve the platform. You can stake trade to secure the network and earn fees, as well as trade will also be a part of a reward mechanism so that all users from borrowers or lenders to service providers receive a benefit from using Polytrade, which is pretty cool if you ask me. So the trade token in of itself has a lot of utility that you can use and a lot of benefits. The tokenomics of these trade tokens is that the total supply of trade is capped at 100 million, and currently there are over 36 million tokens circulating. So for a new project, there are already a decent amount of these tokens already in circulation. The team announced in November of 2023 that 50 million tokens have been locked until 2028, which is really good news for people looking to buy into the platform, as they will not have to worry about a massive release of tokens diluting the price. So now that we've gone over what the platform is and how it works and the tokenomics, I want to break down who the people are running behind this project. So one of the main people running behind this project is Piyush Gupta, because he is the CEO and founder of this company. His background includes positions at Rayquaza Capital, which specialized in providing financing solutions to small and mid-sized companies, which is a major feature of what Polytrade aims to do, but in an easier and more efficient structure. He was also named the Times of India 40 under 40 list, which is pretty cool. On the Polytrade Council, there are a few familiar names such as Sandeep Nailwal, if I'm pronouncing that correct. He's the founder and CEO of Polygon, Joko Kronbeachler, co-founder of Clearpool, and many more. more. Some major partnerships with Polytrade include MasterCard. Polytrade just announced that last September they were one of 6 companies that are joining the MasterCard Start Path program to scale innovation in blockchain assets. Another thing is Polytrade has a lot of really in-depth partnerships. For instance, to expand their real-world assets, they have partnered with other real-world asset protocols such as Ondo Finance, Goldfinch Finance, Clearpool, Maple Finance, and more. By aligning with these protocols, Polytrade will be a one-stop shop for all of these RWA customers. In closing, the wave of the future is the tokenization of these real-world assets. And this trend has dominated the headlines for the last 12 months and doesn't show any signs of stopping. Now that the likes of firms like BlackRock are involved, the evolution of this space will only move exponentially faster. Polytrade is on the forefront of innovation and has an exceptional team behind them, and their advisors are all leading the way. It'll be amazing to watch this platform develop in the years ahead, and I'm sure this platform will change the blockchain as we know it. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. We want as many people joining our team as we can because we want to provide quality content to all the amazing people in this space as we can. So please drop us a like, drop us a comment, share this around. We all love you and appreciate you at the Wall Street Huddle team here, and we will see you in the future with another episode. Peace out.